Hello everyone and welcome back to some Satisfactory Let's Play. This episode is probably going to be a little bit different than the rest. I did finish uh, the hypertube system, so that's good to go. I didn't show this last episode, but I also unlocked the zip line, so now we can ride power lines across the map. So that's a fun little thing, at least until we get the jet that lets us kind of do the same thing. I also have come through here and unlocked a few things in the awesome shop. I bought catwalks, stairs, we bought the Mark 1 power poles, the conveyor walls, door walls, concrete metal foundations so we don't have to use iron plates on the foundations anymore, as well as the same thing with the walls. And thought there was something else I bought. Maybe not. So I bought those things. I also unlocked in the MAM, did this off camera. I didn't mean to do this one off camera. But I did unlock, where'd it go? The smart splitter. So I will be utilizing that in my kind of rebuild of the factory. I'm going to be basically redesigning all of this, even over here. Trying to encase everything in walls. I'm not going to have a roof just yet, mainly because the fact that I don't have the roofs yet. We can work on adding the roofs later. But we are going to work on redoing basically every factory room I have in the game. And yeah, when we come back, I should hopefully have all that done and kind of show you my redesign. This might take me a long-ish time to do. So there might be a couple days without a Satisfactory episode, possibly. I am slightly ahead on them. So there might be a couple days without a Satisfactory video to utilize this to happen. Like I'll be utilizing the... Where's it at? Not that one. Copper. We're going to be utilizing like this alternate recipe to get more copper coming up here. I mean, we're going to be going from 30 a minute to 100 a minute, so a little over 3 times the amount of copper is going to be coming up this way. I'm going to be having a wire and cable factory, and then I'll probably have on its own the copper sheet factory. We'll be pulling from like this copper line over here and this iron line to do that. Like I said, completely revamping that guy over there, where they might kind of, the things they share might feed into each other. So, I don't know, I got a lot of redesigning to do back at the steel factory and all that. Might update the... Oh, we do have another copper node over here. Forgot about that. Don't think I will need it. But anyway, so I got a lot of updates I'm going to try to do here. Try to get all this set up and going. And when we cut back, I'll give you a tour and show you around the factory. So, see you in a bit. Alright, and we are back, and we have some copper in full swing. This whole thing is my copper factory. I am producing copper ingots, wire, cable, and copper sheets, all inside of this gigantic building. You can kind of see it from over here as well. So, we're going to take a quick tour of the inside. I haven't changed anything else yet. I've been working probably about 2 hours on this, off and on. So, I mean, this is the hub. The hub has not changed where it's at, so this is all in relation to where the hub was. I've got 3 entrances to this place. One more over here on this side. Alright, we're going to come through the entrance over here though. I feel like there's, here in the bean. So, kind of show you what's feeding it all. We've got a Mark II on the iron node here. And 2 Mark IIs over here, one on this copper node and one on this copper node that are being fed into this merger up and into the building. Same thing, and here we're using the conveyor walls to get in. Unlocked via the awesome shop. Same thing, doors. And we are using, I also unlocked roofs by the way. I'm gonna eventually deal with those. The concrete walls is what I used here, which took out the plates instead and replaced with full concrete. So we're gonna go over to the other side real quick, which is where everything kind of starts. Ignore the pollution in here, please. Wasn't sure how to handle that. So back over here is where the copper's being bussed in, and there's the iron being fed into these foundries right here and being turned into our copper ingots. Saw this neat little trick, and I'll show it above here in a moment, of kind of how to deal with these wires a little bit better. So you might notice there's a door here, and it just leads to a wall. We have a little inner cavity right here. Let's see if I can turn my flashlight. There we go. This is where I'm hiding all the cables running through. It's actually how I fed to the power to get out there to the miners. So anyway, those are double holes. So you can see it's right here and feed through to this side, which are then feeding each of these guys. And these nice little walkways so we can take a little walk around the factory and observe. Looks nice. So copper, if you didn't see, over here, is being fed through these 2 conveyor walls. I'll show why here in just a moment. So we're going to come down into this side. This is where all the wire is being made. Go to the other side. So the bottom hole is feeding over here to this, which is feeding all of these constructors, which are all making wire. By the way, we got a little doorway leading back into the copper factory over here. That's the doorway that leads out. It's probably the most creative I've ever been with one of these builds, by the way. So all the wires are feeding into this storage container, which is then feeding all of these constructors, which is turning it all into wire, which is in this construction or storage container. Here we have again another cavity. This is where again all our power is running to. I thought about running the power up a little higher over to the wall and down, and I might do that when I'm ready to add lights in, but wasn't ready for that yet. And we got stairs to the outside. Alright, let's go up to the next floor, which is where our... Might also get rid of this wire being kind of weird. Anyway, we're going to head up to the next floor, which is where all the copper sheets are being made. So come up here. Boom. Again, I still need to top this off, add a wall, finish the wall up here. But I was going to show you how I made the cavity here in just a moment. So the second line is being fed up through the floor. I guess I really didn't show that. Pop down there real quick so you can see how I ran that. So the second line, oops, wrong side. This again coming through that hole that was above, running all the way across and over there to this conveyor lift, which is going through the conveyor floor hole, which then pops up above. Sun's coming out, so we can put away our flashlight. You can see there's where it's coming out of the ground, feeding into all of these constructors, which are making copper sheets. And again, we have another cavity back here, which was housing all our power. And we're going to be going through quite a few copper sheets if we're going to be doing piping and all that kind of stuff. So I do have 3 storage containers set to fill up with these copper sheets. Used these little barriers to make it so I can't just fall. We actually have to go around and use the stairs here. Oh, I did a ramp instead of stairs. I want stairs. Let's fix that real quick. Architecture, catwalk ramp, catwalk stairs. There we go. The stairs are a lot more... Really? Stairs are more narrow? Oh. Well. And then we need a T here. Oops. There we go. A little bit wider here, but that's fine. This would be a main thoroughfare as people will come in, going up these stairs into here. I don't know if I like that as well, though. I might switch that back. The rest of the stairs didn't look too bad going into that. Regardless, we come up here. Alright, so how did I build those cavities? So I've seen a few people do this, and I really like it. So I used a road barrier. I came over against a wall and basically found where the wall would end. So where's the end of the foundation, which is right here. And then we came out one more and placed it. Then I could take the wall and place it right next to the barrier. Remove the barrier and then line up next to this guy. And then all I did was occasionally I added in a door so I could walk through and deal with my little cavity here. But without this, you actually can't place the wall there. You can see it's just kind of going wherever. It's sticking to around the foundation. That allows you to get around that. So that is how I did that. We're going to finish off the rest of this wall. And again, I am not the creator of that. I saw it on somebody else's video, a few other people's videos, and I really liked it. Eventually we'll unlock windows and we'll have some windows in this joint, but for now, there it is. This is our copper setup. Like I said, I'm going to work on revamping the... Come back over here and down. Down the stairs. I'm going to work on revamping all of this as well. Kind of doing a similar setup to this. Eventually I might go through and recolor all of this stuff. And these are walls just sitting on regular foundations right here. So, like I said, when we... or I guess I show that though, we have definitely increased our max possible consumption. We're not using 1400 megawatts of power We're only using like 600, but we have the capability right now of 1400. I mean, we went up a lot. I think before we were hovering right around this number, so we've gone over that, and that's before I mess with this stuff over here. So we're definitely going to need to upgrade our power infrastructure um, as well. So that might be the next thing I do. Um, we'll kind of see as we cut the video. Hey, back with a quick little update here. I needed to go through and find some power slugs so I could keep the power plant, the updated power plant going. Um, and as I was moving through, I remembered where another hard drive was. I wanted to show where it was at. So I am currently right here. So you can kind of see where in relation to my base I am. For this hard drive, you just need screws. So we're going to grab this hard drive, research it, we'll cut back once we have it researched. Alright, we're back here at the power plant. I'm working on trying to reduce some things. Adding in a lower level down here, I'm going to try to rework how all of this works so I can move around these coal generators, see if we can't compact it a little bit, as well as add even more in here, because I've got it now where I can basically double the amount of coal generators I have. But our research is done, so let's see what we get. Pure Caterium ingot, it's not bad. Automated speed wiring, meh. And iron. I'm debating between the Caterium ingot and the iron wire. Let's see. The Caterium ingot, we'll be getting a lot more, but we have to go into refineries, which I would have to change where I'm making everything and then just bus it to where I'm at, where I've currently got, oh no, I've got, yeah, because the smelters are over there. I don't know, this kind of seems a little weak all around. Let's see if I can figure this out quick. We could go for the really don't want to do the iron wire. We're gonna go for the Caterium ingot. That's only just because I've got a huge factory going on right now for the for wire, anyways. What's the current recipe? It's one straighter and cable. Can I even make high-speed connectors yet? I can't. We have to have manufacturers we can't even build yet. We're gonna go with pure Caterium ingot. I kind of feel like this was a bummer of a hard drive. I don't know, maybe I'm not giving the pure Caterium ingot enough credit. Anyway, alright. We'll see you when the next part is redesigned. And we have an update to our coal factory. Our power plant at this point. So you can see I've come through and rehooked up everything. And instead of just having 16 generators now, because of what I did was I separated the two coal lines back there. They're each pumping through fully. That's why I was getting the power slug so I could power each of them up to as much as both of them were doing earlier. I am now feeding 32 of these guys. So we have a lot of power now. In fact, we are sitting at a production of 2,400, which, I mean, is only 700 under what we're capable of fully producing right now, but, you know, it's a start. And once we can get oil being produced and get to the fuel, that will change the game for us completely. So, there is that. I'm going to go and try to rework some of my other factory lines and try to get them a little bit more efficient, producing more now that I have the power capacity. Alright, we are back at our steel factory, and I have done quite a bit. So let's take a look inside. Again, I kind of got a similar setup going to what I did for the copper factory. So everything's coming in actually off this back line over here. Again, I got the double wall thing going on where I got my power running through. We've got our coal and iron coming in, being fed into these foundries, which are producing our steel ingots. Ooh, we're actually flying through them pretty quickly. They're all kind of going in though, being fed through, up and in.
Picking up multiple fix-it personnel in the area. Proceed with harvest before it's too late.
We do have a pathway over here, which I'll get back to in a moment. We've got one above us that does the same thing. We do have our little pathway around so we can kind of observe. So here's where those steel ingots are coming up. There's a second set going that way. I'll get what that is in a moment. And this set is feeding to make steel pipes. I've got lots of room to expand back here once we can unlock Mark III miners and a higher belt quality. But we've got 2 storage containers for the steel pipes. And again, we've got our pathway around. The other steel ingot line is being fed through here. We'll use our pathway this time. Again, this is that one I looked up from to over here. And they're being fed into this to make steel beams. Not really efficient yet, but once the steel pipes fill up, it'll be a little bit more efficient. I currently have these turned off at this point in time, so it's just these first 4 that are producing, and they're being fed over to here into this guy, which is then being fed into this, and that goes down into the ground. Coming down, so this over here is the opposite side where I was talking about the pathway. That's where we're at now. Again, the double wall running some power. And here we are making our encased beams. Again, not fully efficient yet, but as things start to build up, hopefully that will get better. You can see there's that. The concrete I am pulling from over there and right here. They're being fed into these 10 constructors. Again, not 100% efficient just yet, but both sides are filling up, and that's going to help with the efficiency. But that's what's making our concrete for the steel beams in there. I have not done anything to our modular frame or the stators. I'm not sure if I actually ever showed the stators. That's going to have to be readjusted anyways, because here's where that's at. And as you can see, very, very basic. It does need to be redone. We are going to, though, I haven't made motors yet. I'm going to be making the motors by hand to do the oil processing. I'm going to be taking enough of these items that I am currently making back, and we will see you back for the turn in of oil processing. Alright, we should be able to turn all of this in now. So those, and there we go. We now have oil processing.
Milestone reached. Oil acquisition and refining unlocked. Oil-based products can now be made. The byproducts of oil refinement can be used after further processing, as seen in the refinery. Caution. This is a reminder to minimize the chance of expiration during out-of-base activities.
Okay. Alright, so now we can start moving into this stuff. And again, this will be the next one we have to do. Because we're going to need to be able to make computers. Especially if we want to start getting into train. And the fuel. Definitely want fuel. Gas mask will be nice eventually. But this is definitely going to be our next project. Which means we're going to have to start getting oil up. And that is a thing. Wait. To make these, I don't need oil, I need motors, that's right. I don't need oil or computers for the refineries, but for the fuel I do. And then the oil extractors. Now have valves. Need to really work on getting the quartz mine going as well, so we can start doing things with glass. I have 11 tickets here. Let's go ahead and grab those. We'll buy some stuff. I wonder if I have any other tickets saved up over here or not. I do not. Alright, so for 11 tickets, what do we want? Not ready to start dealing with this stuff yet, though it could be fun. Let's go to the customizer. Steel glass roof could be fun. It's 5. We'll come back to architecture. We may just hold on to the tickets for right now. Let's just hold on to the tickets. Alright. We're going to go ahead and, I guess, call the episode here. Again, I definitely broke this up into a lot of different segments to for this episode. Hopefully that was something that you might be enjoyed better, kind of see just some of those things. I can start doing, possibly trying to do live streams to show the process for some of this. It does take a while to do all that, though. I think I worked a total of, because this actually recorded all these segments across 2 days to get all this, so it's a process. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, if you'd like to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, that would be great. And until then, we'll see you next time.